Hello students, hope you are all doing well. Today we are going to learn about 20th century novelist H.G. Wells, Joseph Conrad, Arnold Bennett and William D. Morgan. H.G. Wells, born in the year 1866 to 1946. Joseph Conrad from 1857 to 1924. Arnold Bennett from 1867 to 1931. And William D. Morgan from 1839 to 1917. Okay, so first let us see about the biography and works of H.G. Wells. So the full name of H.G. Wells is Herbert George Wells. Herbert George Wells. He is born in the year 1866 and he is best known for his science fiction novels, and he is called as the father of science fiction novels. Okay, and he's been nominated for Nobel Prize 4 times, but he never won. And he is interested in biology, as you can see in the novel Tono Bungay. Tono Bungay is one of his best novels. Okay, so he died in the year 1946. So let us now look into the works of H.G. Wells, Herbert George Wells. The first work is Time Machine, which is published in the year 1895. The next work is Love and Mr. Lewisham, which is published in the year 1900. Third work is Kipps, K-I-P-P-S, Kipps, which is published in the year 1905. The next work is The History of Mr. Polly, P-O-L-L-Y, Polly, which is published in the year 1910. The next work is Tono Bungay, which is published in the year 1909. The sixth work is Mr. Britling Sees It True, which is published in the year 1916. The next work is Christina Alberta's Father, is published in the year 1925. So total we are going to discuss the 7 major works of H.G. Wells. Okay, he's been regarded as the father of science fiction. Okay, so the early works, considering the Love and Mr. Lewisham, Kipps, The History of Mr. Polly. So these 3 works establish him as a novelist with genius for comedy and humanitarian zeal. So we studied one writer who is a humanitarian. Who is that? Charles Dickens, who stands as a humanitarian. So these 3 works, Love and Mr. Lewisham, Kipps and The History of Mr. Polly, shows him as a genius of comedy and humanitarian zeal. Okay, and the next work, Tono Bungay, is his best novel. And the later novels, that is Christina Alberta's Father, is regarded as a comic novel. Okay, it's full of comic novel, and also the later novels are mere like a pamphlets which shows sociological and political fervor. He's given the political and sociological perspective in his later novels. Okay, and the next thing is, we'll move on to the works. The first major work of Herbert George Wells is The Time Machine, which is published in the year 1895. So this is the first work where he is using the science fiction genre. So this is rightly called as a science fiction novel, and it is about a machine which takes to the future. And the story talks about a scientist who builds a time machine and travels to the future, where he meets 2 kind of species. One is Eloise and the next one is Morlocks. So he meets two species of human in the future. Okay, that is the story about. So the Time Machine is the science fiction novel in which a scientist builds a time machine and he travels to the future, and he meets two kinds of species. That is, one is Eloise and another is Morlocks. The second work to be discussed is Love and Mr. Lewisham, which is published in the year 1900, and this is a novel which is written outside science fiction. So majority of his novels are concerned with science fiction. So one novel which stands out of science fiction is Love and Mr. Lewisham. That is, it is not a science fiction novel. Okay, so the protagonist of the novel is Mr. Lewisham, who is a teacher at a boys' school in Sussex. So it's the story circles around Mr. Lewisham, who is a teacher in a school near Sussex. Okay, so that is about Love and Mr. Lewisham. The third work is Kipps, Kipps. So Kipps is considered as a social novel. Not only it is a social novel, it is a masterpiece of Herbert George Wells. Okay, so the story circles around the protagonist Arthur R.T. Kipps, Arthur, Arthur R-T-A-R-T-I-E, R.T. Kipps, Kipps. So he is an orphan who falls in love with a girl named Anne, A-N-N. So the story is circling around the title character Arthur R.T. Kipps and his lover Anne. Okay, so the next work is History of Mr. Polly, which is published in the year 1910. So this is a novel which talks about a man called Mr. Polly who is bankrupt. Bankrupt means he lost all his money due to debts, and he's very much tired of his wife's nagging, so he decides to fake his own death. So that is the story of History of Mr. Polly. So History of Mr. Polly. Mr. Polly is a man who tries to escape from his wife. So he not only wife is the reason, he is also bankrupt. That is also another reason. So he tries to fake his own death in order to escape from these things. Okay, that is the story. And I told you in the beginning, Love and Mr. Lewisham, Kipps and History of Mr. Polly. So these three novels establishes Herbert George Wells as a genius for comedy and for humanitarian scene. The next work which is to be discussed is Tono Bungay, T-O-N-O-B-U-N-G-A-Y. So Tono Bungay is published in the year 1909, and this is ranked as a best novel of Herbert George Wells. So this is also concerned with the study of English social history of 1880s and 1910. So it also studies the English history of 1880 and 1910. Okay, so here you can see adventure. There is a good characterization, narration and description, okay, as the best. Okay, and the story revolves around George Pontorivo, who is been persuaded by his uncle to sell a medicine called Tono Bungay. So the title Tono Bungay refers to a harmful medicine called Tono Bungay. Okay, so George Pontorivo is being compelled or persuaded by his uncle to sell this medicine which is harmful to the human. Okay, and this telling that this medicine will be curing human, or all the diseases of the human will be cured due to this drug or the medicine. Okay, so Tona Bange is ranked as the best novel, and it covers the English social history from 1880 and 1910. Okay, the next book is called as Mr. Britling Sees It Through. It is published in the year 1916. So this is a masterpiece of Herbert George Wells. Okay, so this is also contains a comic narrative, so it is also comically narrated. The story centers on a renowned writer, Mr. Britling. So Mr. Britling itself is a central character who is a renowned writer. So Mr. Britling is the alter ego of H.G. Wells himself, Herbert George Wells himself. So Mr. Britling is similar to Herbert George Wells. Okay, and the last work is Christina Alberta's Father. Is published in the year 1925, and this is also contains comic narration, and the protagonist is Christina Alberta. Her father is Albert Edward, who is been dying by pneumonia, and she is been taking care of the father. So the story centers around Christina Alberta and Albert Edward. Albert Edward was a deceased person who is affected by pneumonia, and Christina Alberta is a daughter who is taking care of the father. So that is Christina Alberta's Father. Okay, so we have discussed 7 works of Herbert George Wells. Time Machine, which talks about a scientist who invented the time machine and goes to the future, meets two kind of species. Okay, then Love and Mr. Lewisham is about Mr. Lewisham, who is a teacher in a school in Sussex. Okay, the next work is Kipps. Kipps is a masterpiece written by H.G. Wells, and it talks about Arthur R.T. Kipps, who is in love with Anne. Okay, then the next story is in the next novel is The History of Mr. Polly. History of Mr. Polly is about Mr. Polly, a man who is bankrupt, who fakes his own death. Then Tona Bange is about George Ponterivo, who is compelled by his uncle to sell a medicine called Tona Bange. Then Mr. Britling Sees It Through is a masterpiece work of H.G. Wells. It centers on Mr. Britling, who is a renowned writer. Mr. Britling is the alter ego of H.G. Wells. The next book is Christina Alberta's Father. Centers on the father and daughter relationship. Christina Alberta is the daughter, and Alberta Edward is a deceased man who is being treated for pneumonia. Okay, so and Christina Alberta is taking care of her father. So here ends the 7 novels of H.G. Wells. So here I'd like to tell one more thing about H.G. Wells. His concept of novel. So what is novel according to Herbert George Wells? The novel should no longer seek to entertain, but it should serve as a platform for propagation of ideas and discussion of social and political interest. So what should be a novel? A novel should not be merely a thing to entertain. It should serve as a propagation of idea, exchanging of ideas, and also a discussion of social and political interest. Okay, so here ends the writer Herbert George Wells. Let us now move on to the next writer, Joseph Conrad. Joseph Conrad is born in the year 1857. So the full name of Joseph Conrad is Joseph Conrad Kozeniowski. So the spelling is Joseph, Joseph Konrad, Konrad, Konrad. Kozeniowski, Korzeniowski. Korzeniowski. So this is the full name of Joseph Conrad. Okay, so he is a Polish British writer. So he is from Poland. So as a youth, he came from Poland to France. He moved from Poland to France. Okay, so he served in British merchant ships. So he was interested in sailing and moving in sea. So he became a British merchant and served in different ships. And by this job, he started learning English. He started learning English tongue. And he is very much driven by the sea life. He was interested by the sea life, and later he settled in England. And as he is so much interested in sea life, he started writing sea stories, stories related to sea, cyclones, typhoons, okay, going on a steamer. So these kind of stories. He has written best sea stories in English language. And the themes of all his novels is human solidarity. So what does mean by human solidarity? Human coming together and uniting together, making joining hands against the dangers that is coming. Okay, so that is human solidarity. Okay, solidarity, SOLIDARITY. Okay, so this writer Joseph Conrad or Joseph Konrad Kozeniowski described himself being regarded as a writer of sea. So he does not like people calling him as a sea writer, a writer who is always writing sea. Okay, so he disliked writing. He disliked being called as a writer of sea. So he tried his hands on other genres also, like psychological novels. So some other genres also he has tried. The next thing is, in all his novels, the main character of the novel dies at the end. Okay, the main character meets a tragic end at the end of the novel, and he also have a pessimistic view towards life. So like our Thomas Hardy we learned earlier, Joseph Conrad Kozeniowski also had a pessimistic view towards the life. So today we are going to learn about 4 works of Joseph Conrad. The first work is The Nigger of the Narcissus, Narcissus, Narcissus. Then second work is Typhoon, which is published in the year 1903. The next work is Chance, 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 which is published in the year 1913. And the last work is Lord Jim, Jim, Lord Jim, which is published in the year 1900. So the first work, The Nigger of Narcissus, is published in the year 1897. So the first 2 works is called as the best sea stories. So best sea stories written by Joseph Conrad Kozeniowski is The Nigger of Narcissus and Typhoon. Okay, then the next work, Chance, is regarded as a psychological novel. I told you he shifts his perspective from sea stories to another genre. So that is psychological novel, Chance. Then Lord Jim is a poetic tragedy written by Joseph Conrad Kozeniowski, okay, which also contains exotic romanticism. Okay, so now we'll move on to the works of Joseph Conrad. The first work is The Nigger of the Narcissus, published in the year 1897. So this is a novel about voyages around the city of Cape of Good Hope. So this novel is about voyages around city of Cape of Good Hope. Okay, so this talks about a black sailor named James Waite. So the the central character is James Waite. Waite, W-A-I-T, Waite is a black sailor. Okay, the next work is Typhoon. So the title itself says that typhoon is a storm, okay, a cyclone, and this is published in the year 1902. It is a short novel based on the real life of Joseph, real life experience of Joseph Conrad. Okay, so he meet a captain who is sailing a ship during a cyclone. So that is the story about. So the story talks about a captain who is sailing a British steamer during a cyclone. So the novel Typhoon is a short novel based on the real life experience of Joseph Conrad Kazaniowski. Okay, the third work is Chance. Already I told you it is a psychological novel. So this story, this novel is narrated by Charles Marlowe, and it describes the life of a character called Miss D. Barrel, Barral. So you don't want to remember these characters, just to remember these titles. I'm telling these story, small hints about the story. Okay, this novel, psychological novel, describes the life of Miss D. Barrel. The fourth work is a major work of Joseph Conrad Kazaniowski, that is Lord Jim, which is published in the year 1900. So this is about a sailor called Jim. Jim. Jim is a sailor who dreams of becoming a hero. So a person cannot be a hero all of a sudden. He have to do some kind of heroic deed. But this person, Jim, dreams of becoming a hero, and he gets a chance to become a hero. That is, while he was sailing in a ship, that is a ship called Patna, which carries Muslims to Mecca. Some Muslims were there as passengers in that ship, and this is carrying the people to Mecca. And this ship was drowning actually, and he got a chance to rescue these people, but he does not do that. He did not do any heroic deed. He just escaped from the place. So he failed in that, and he never became a hero. So at last he was being killed by another person. Okay, so I told you all the novels of Joseph Conrad, the major character meets his own death. Okay, so this Lord Jim is a major work written by, very important work written by Joseph Conrad Kazaniowski. And one more thing to be added to this is he always talks about a unifying idea. That is, what is that unifying idea? I told you all the novels have a theme which shows the human solidarity. So the unifying idea is, on sea men are being united by the threat of the common peril or the danger of the ocean. So when there is a danger coming towards a man, the men joined hands and they become united. That is called a unifying idea. And also this is the human solidarity that Joseph Conrad is speaking about. Let us recall the four works. The first work is The Nigger of Narcissus, which talks about a black sailor, James Waite. Typhoon, which is about a real life experience of Joseph Conrad Kazaniowski. And the next one is a psychological novel, Chance, which is a psychological novel. And here it is about Miss D. Barrel. Then Lord Jim is about a sailor called Jim who tries to become a hero, but he never became a hero. Okay, so that is about Joseph Conrad Korzeniowski. And now let us move on to the next work. I hope you still remember the works of H.G. Wells. What are the works of H.G. Wells? The Time Machine, Love and Mr. Lewisham, Gibbs, The History of Mr. Polly, Tana Bunke, Mr. Britling Sees It Through, Christina Alberta's Father. What about Joseph Conrad Korzeniowski? The Nigger of the Narcissus, Typhoon, Chance and Lord Jim. Okay, the next writer to be discussed is Arnold Bennett. Arnold Bennett is born in the year 1867. The full name of Arnold Bennett is Enoch Arnold Bennett. Enoch. Enoch Arnold Bennett. So he is also a sailor who is always sailing in the ships, and he is best known for his 5 town novels. Okay, you call his novels as town novels. 5 town novels. Okay, so the next thing to be noted is he's influenced by Gustave Flaubert. Gustad. Gustave Flaubert. Flabert. Gustave Flaubert. The first work of Arnold Bennett is Old Wives' Tale, which is published in the year 1908. The next work is Clayhanger. Hanger, Hanger, is published in the year 1910. The next work is Ricey Man's Steps. That is published in the year 1923. And the next work is Buried Alive. And the next work is The Great Adventure. Which is a play. Okay. Then, so first of all, let us see what is Old Wives' Tale. The Old Wives' Tale is published in the year 1908, and it is about 2 sisters. So there are 2 sisters. One is Constance and another is Sophia. So the Old Wives' Tale talks about 2 sisters, Constance and Sophia. The next work is Clayhanger, which is published in the year 1910. So this is about Edwin Clayhanger. So Edwin Clayhanger is the name of the protagonist, who leaves his school and takes up his father's business. So this man did not go for school. He dropped out from the school, and he takes up his father's business. That is the story of Clayhanger. The next story is about a man called Henry Earl Forward. Okay, so this is the novel name is Ricey Man's Steps. Ricey Man's Steps. RICEYMAN. The next word is steps. STEPS. So this is about a man called Henry Earl Forward. So he is a miserly man. Miser means one who does not spend anything. Is a miser. So this person is a miser who owns a second-hand bookshop. One day, Arnold Bennett visited a second-hand bookshop in Southampton, and because the bad weather prevented him from sailing, so he visited the bookshop, and while he is visiting, he bought with him a book on misers. for sixpence, and PENCE, okay, sixpence. He bought a book on misers, and this book and the shop that he bought gave him inspiration for the novel Ricey Man Steps, which is published in the year 1923. So this novel talks about the character called Henry Earl Forward. Okay, then the next work is Buried Alive, which is a satire. It is also a first-rate humorous novel written by Arnold Bennett. And the last work is a play written by Arnold Bennett called The Great Adventure. So The Great Adventure is a play written by Arnold Bennett which brought a great success. Okay, so total 5 works. The first work is Old Wives' Tale, published in 1908. Second work, Clayhanger, published in 1910, which talks about Edwin Clayhanger. And the third work is Ricey Man Steps, written in 1923. It is about Henry Earl Forward. And the next work is Buried Alive, that is a satire and also it's a humorous novel. And the last work is a play written by Arnold Bennett, which is a great called as The Great Adventure. Okay, about his writing style, Arnold Bennett wrote about a typical middle class life and trade and industry. So he is giving a middle class life subject matter, and Bennett's work is always middle class prose. Okay, so it's middle class prose, and one great success that he saw in his play, that is The Great Adventure. So let us move on to the last writer of the 20th century, that is William D. Morgan. And this is he is born in the year 1839 and he died in the year 1917. And much of his life is spent in designing and manufacturing ceramics. He is always good in manufacturing and designing ceramics. Ceramics means tiles and potteries, related to tiles and potteries. So he decorated everything with tiles and potteries. And all of a sudden he turned to novel, and he wrote nearly 11 years and produced 9 long novels. The whole 11 years he spent for writing, and he produced 9 long novels. Of them, the first 3 is very important. The first one is Joseph Vance, V-A-N-C-E, Joseph Vance, then which is published in the year 1906. And the next work is Alice for Short, that is published in the year 1907. And the third work is Somehow Good, is published in the year 1908. Okay, and his concern is always humor and pathos. He always write and excelled in humor and pathos. So with this we come to the end of 20th century novelists. So we saw H.G. Wells, Arnold Bennett, and Joseph Conrad, the Konrad Dostoyevsky, and the last writer William D. Morgan. And I want all of you to study these things, and if you get a question, write an essay on 20th century novelists. You have to write these 4 writers and study well, and keep use these holidays in a useful way. Thank you.